The month of October is now here, so I'm going to be taking a look at everything that is happening in Splatoon 3 this month. Despite the fact that updates have stopped, major events haven't, and there is actually some new content to look forward to coming this month as well. So with some very exciting stuff to happen, I thought I'd give you a look at everything that's going on so you don't miss a single thing. So let's jump right into this video. The most major thing that'll be happening this October is Splatoween, returning from last year. Thankfully, Nintendo confirmed they would be doing a rerun of every single seasonal Splatfest in the game, which of course does include Splatoween. Now, it seems very likely that this will happen on the 26th and 27th of October, given that is the last weekend before Halloween, generally which is when they do this sort of event. They have yet to officially announce this themselves, but they don't really need to at this point given it is just a rerun. They'll probably announce it a lot closer to the date. Now, in terms of what to expect, I imagine they'll probably just repeat the theme from last year and give it another go to see if people change their minds, and also give us a nice rerun of the gear that we got last year, you know, just so that people can get it in case they missed it last time. You will also be able to see Pearl and Marina perform for the first time in Splatoon 3 for this event, as they were not in the game when this first happened. After all, Side Order only happened this year, and we got the first Splatoween last year, so it'll definitely be good to see them perform and get some new outfits and such. Of course, this means it'll be our first Splatoween in Splatoon 3, which we'll be able to play in Inkopolis Square, which is great as that's generally the one I play in the most. Now people will definitely be able to feel like they've gotten their money's worth with the Side Order DLC, even this late into the lifespan of the game, so that's something that makes me quite happy. The most significant thing here though, however, going back to Splatoon 2, is the fact that seemingly Nintendo will be bringing back the gear from Splatoon 2 for this event, giving us technically some new content to look forward to. Now obviously it's not new in the sense that it was back in Splatoon 2, but none of this is currently in Splatoon 3, making it new for the game. So this is incredibly cool. Some of these items, especially the little devil horns, are some of the most popular in Splatoon history. So the fact that we will be unlocking these for free next month, most likely through the Nintendo Switch news app like we always do, is really great. And it also sets up the precedent we'll see it for future events. So definitely keep an eye out for the announcement on that. I'll make a video on how you can get that gear once it becomes available. Now, moving on, another major tournament was announced by Nintendo recently. So far they've only announced this in Japan, but it does seem like all the different divisions can actually take part in it, so it's kind of interesting that they've only announced it there. This tournament will focus on all of the different Anarchy modes, which is pretty cool, and the first one will be taking place on Tower Control. You can see the dates for it here and also the different divisions as well. I believe all of these times are in JST, so definitely keep that in mind. If you head over to the Splatoon JP Twitter account, then there should be links for how you can participate in this if you are a competitive player. I do believe you need a fully fledged team in order to take part, however, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. I'm not sure you can just do this solo. Either way, it's definitely exciting that they're still doing major tournaments like this for the game, and it's something I'm sure they will keep up with in the future as well, especially until Splatoon 4. They did sort of do that thing with Splatoon 2, so I can't imagine them stopping that here either. Some of these events will also be showed off on YouTube too, which is fantastic, so if you've been looking to watch some competitive Splatoon, definitely keep an eye out on the Japanese Nintendo YouTube channels, because I believe when these take part, especially the finale, which will be all the way at the end of the year in December, they're going to post it on YouTube for everyone to see, so you don't have to worry about attending in person or anything like that to see it, which is really cool. However, the events don't stop there. A special Salmon Run rotation will be happening from the 5th until the 7th on Marina's Bay. As you can see, this will be a triumvirate wave, which is really cool. Always love to take part in those since you get so many more salmon scales, and of course you can also get a nice medal too for certain conditions met, and it'll be random weapons as well, which is really enjoyable. I do love it when they do that, it just spices up Salmon Run a lot. Sadly, of course, this is on Marina's Bay, probably the least popular Salmon Run map that I have seen anyways, so I can only really imagine the fact that a lot of people will be disappointed in that. Still, if you're looking for something Salmon Run related to do this month, I would definitely do this because honestly, I don't think there's much else going on. We can still enjoy the new stuff they added in the last update, which is good though, like the ability to get fish scales from capsules and stuff. So I do think it's worth taking part if you're trying to get all of the gear and different items from the shop. This event should give you a little helping hand. There are also some challenges that'll be happening throughout the month too that you should definitely know about. The first one is confirmed to be the art battle for the ages. This will be rollers versus brushes, and yeah, if you're a fan of those weapons, this will definitely be a really enjoyable one for you. This time around it's on Clan Blitz, and the two stages it'll be on are Brinewater Springs and Mako Mart. You can see here the different times. It is taking place on the 6th of October, so not long now since after I've made this video for you to participate. A lot of the sort of events I'm covering in this video are in the early half of the month, so that should give you something to look forward to within the next week or so. But yeah, there's all the different times. These times I believe are in UTC or maybe even BST, which is my time zone, so you'd have to convert that for yourself. It's such a limited window, so definitely keep that in mind if you do want to participate. Now, for the next challenge, we have the monthly challenge, which will be taking place on the 13th. This is for aiming for the highest challenge power. It'll be on Splat zones this time around, and the two map stages that you'll be able to take part on will be Hagglefish Market and Mahi Mahi Resource. Once again, you can see all of the different times where it'll be available here. I think it is good Nintendo is keeping up with these challenges. I personally missed a lot of these myself, so now that Nintendo has stopped updates for Splatoon 3, I definitely think I'm going to try and participate in more of them so I can enjoy what is kind of remaining going on in the game. So yeah, definitely make sure to participate in those two challenges if you are looking for something fun to do in October. I still do think it's a shame that these are such limited time windows. I wish they lasted the whole day, that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's just what we have to work with at this point. So keep that in mind if you want some Splatoon events and content to enjoy early on in Splatoon 3. So yeah, October is definitely interesting. It's the first month where content has ended for Splatoon 3. Last month we had the absolutely massive Grand Festival, which is now completely over, sadly. So we're basically left with repeats of stuff from past years. But I'm glad that Nintendo is still keeping the game alive with events like this, and trying to bring back some of that content from Splatoon 2 as well. I definitely think that will keep things fresh for players who still want to enjoy the game, despite the fact that we won't be seeing any new features, weapons, maps, and stuff like that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're looking forward to participating in. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Splat Gang so I know that you did. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on channel notifications for more Splatoon 3 news and content.